Welcome to my kitchen, ladies of the kitchen, impromptu, literally impromptu recipe on a rainy season. So what am I preparing? I hadn't been ready to prepare anything because it's been a very busy morning with some work Zooms. And when I went to my honey and said, what would you like? He came back with meatloaf. In our home, we usually don't eat that much meat, like maybe once or twice a month. And it's usually if we go out with friends. So therefore, I said, okay, healthy meatloaf. This is gonna be kind of fun, easy breezy, and I get to get my hands all messy. So number one, I washed these babies. Yep, nice, clean, ready to go. Number two, and this is always my number two, come up with a nice, refreshing beverage. In this case, I'm having my afternoon collagen elixir, which I pour into a cup and add just a little bit of seltzer. So helps me put on my glow. So I'm gonna have a sip. Sometimes you can do Pellegrino if you want. Okay, so let's get to the recipe. Healthy meatloaf. Number one, 1.5 pounds of, almost got rid of my meatloaf, oh gosh. Okay, 1.5 pounds of extra lean beef, and I chose to do an Angus organic, grass-fed. So there we go. Then I'm gonna add to that fresh chopped garlic and parsley. And I used about 3 fresh chunky cloves of garlic because I love garlic. So I'm gonna put that in there. And because my hands are clean, I'm just gonna scoop it out with my hands. There we go. I think Rachel Ray used to do that too, and I love that. Okay, but this one I'm gonna need a little spatula, so I'll be right back. See, I told you that was impromptu. I mean, who would have known I forgot my number key tool in the kitchen, a spatula, purple. Okay, next. Not a sugar, but an unsweetened type of ketchup. So I got an aguave organic ketchup. You can get this Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, different places. About 3.5 tablespoons is kind of what I used. Okay, so we're gonna throw that in there. Then Italian style panko breadcrumbs. Yeah, they're on the market. They're really cool. And panko's so nice and crunchy and healthier for you. And I have not quite a cup, about 3/4 of a cup. Then I have a 1/4 cup of almond milk. Throw that into the bowl. Then my Italian seasonings, which is a little bit of paprika, a little bit of black pepper. I have Italian herb spices in here, which include oregano. So I'm gonna throw that in the mix. And that was like about maybe a mix of all of that. I'll put the details if you really want the details, but I kind of do things pinch and whatever. So I will put that in the recipe. And lastly, some Himalayan salt. And that's about a tablespoon. So I'm gonna throw that in there. And now I'm just gonna mash this up. Yep, mash, mash, mash with the spatula. Now, I think I need some eggs. Everybody loves eggs in these things. Now, I could use a bunch of egg whites, so you can do the equivalent. So I'm gonna get my 2 eggs, whole eggs. We're gonna go ahead and do the whole eggs since we did the meat, might as well do the eggs. So grab those, throw those into the mix. And after we've smashed everything, along with the eggs, it's gonna go into a parchment-filled pan. So let's crack these eggs. And then what I am going to do, because I'm going to be in here smashing away with the hands and, you know, getting out any kind of craziness that I have towards people or places and things, which luckily this week there isn't too many on that. So I'm gonna put those in there. I'll get back to you with what it looks like going into the oven. Here we are, pressed into the parchment paper. I added a few chopped chives and about a half of an onion chopped. That's optional, but we like that along with a lot of garlic. So this is going into an oven, 350, for about 45 minutes. Come back with the finished product and the glaze. Okay, I'm back. So now this is the glaze. After the meatloaf is done, this will go on top and then it'll get nicely cut and sliced. So I took 3/4 of an organic tomato ketchup with no sugar, about three quarters to a cup of that, about a teaspoonful of Dijon mustard, or honey mustard will work. This one, actually this is honey mustard. Then I took some honey, organic honey, about a tablespoon of that, a dash of red wine vinegar, and a little bit of garlic powder. All that got mixed, and oh my gosh, tasty, tasty. You got that punch with the sweetness and not all the sugar. So I'll be showing you the end result and also be posting the recipe. Mwah.